Have you been trying to piece together information on how to start your virtual assistant business? If so, it's time for a step-by-step guide, and that's what I have for you here today. I'm literally going to lead you through every single step you need to take to set up your virtual assistant business. It's very thorough. I'm super excited to share it with you, and I'm actually going to take you behind my screen so we can do it. That sounded really dirty. Let's go to the checklist. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this checklist. I cannot wait to share with you. So this is our virtual assistant checklist and starter guide. You can get it at thevirtualsavvy.com/business checklist, and you're gonna get access to this whole thing. It has a ton of tools and tips and trainings for you, everything you need to get started in your business. But what I'm gonna be sharing with you right now is the actual checklist. So when people ask me, like, Abby, how do I start a virtual assistant business? I literally say, here is the guide. Here's what you need to do. I love step-by-step checklists. Maybe you're like me, let me know in the comments if you love a good checklist. So let me actually just go through some of the details here. And of course, here on our YouTube channel, we have videos on almost every single one of these steps, but I'm gonna talk you through what you should be doing in what order. So first, you need to do the essentials, right? First things first, let's decide what it is that you're actually selling. So, we have videos on what is a virtual assistant. So you can go ahead and check out any of those videos if you need more details on like, what kind of services could I be offering? What does a VA actually do? So check out some of those videos. Now, the first thing you need to do is decide what is it that you're going to offer, right? What services will you offer? You're going to be a general virtual assistant, which is what I recommend for most people. Those could be tasks like blogging, customer service, doing, social media scheduling. There's so many tasks that you can do as a general admin. Now, some people go ahead and specialize as, say, a Pinterest manager or a YouTube editor, right? Like there's so many different types of services that you can do as a VA, but you need to choose which is best for you. And that will be your very first step. You'll need to decide on your hourly rate. Now, we do have an entire video as well. Make sure to link to it below on deciding between hourly, doing an hourly rate or packages. I'll just go ahead and throw this out there. For most people, starting out with an hourly rate is just the simplest way to know, how long is something actually going to take me? And so most of our VAs start out anywhere between $25 and $30 an hour for those general admin skills. So decide what rate are you going to charge. Then you need to actually create your packages. And so it can be as easy as, hey, I'm going to have a 20, a 30, and a 40 hour per month package. And those are the packages that I'm going to sell to small business owners. So if my rate is $30 an hour and I have a 20-hour package, that's going to be $600 a month that you would bill to that small business on a reoccurring basis, right? And so that's how you start to create your packages. And the reason why we're doing all of this is because when you start talking to businesses, you need to be able to say, hey, here's what I offer. And they say, I'm interested. How do I get started? Boom, you already know. It's not like, oh, let me go figure that out. So these are the things that you have to do before you really start telling people about your business. Now, choose a niche or a specific set that you'll focus on. You don't have to have a niche. And I want to make that really, really clear. And again, I have an entire video on to niche or not to niche that you can check out as well. But in my opinion, it's best to start off as a general virtual assistant, because if you're like, I want to do Pinterest management and you don't really know Pinterest yet, first you're going to have to learn Pinterest. Then you're going to have to find the clients who need Pinterest, right? And in my opinion, it's just a lot easier to find general admin clients. And then once you've worked with a bunch of different type of people and you start to get better and better at these different types of services, then you can say, oh, I really love working with wedding professionals, or I really love blogging. And then you can niche down to that specific skill. So don't feel like you have to choose a niche right away. You can check this off and just say, yep, I'm going to be a general VA, and that is perfect. So one of the things that you definitely need to do is decide how much time that you're going to be spending in your business. I say if you're going to be starting a business, guys, you need at least 5 hours of dedicated time, not distracted time, not where like your kids are pulling on your shirt asking for juice, right? Because that's just my life. I swear my son is going to be like 18 years old still like pulling like, Mom, can I have juice? So you need to have devoted time to work on your business where you can really do deep work, at least 5 hours a week, I would say. So how are you going to carve that out, right? Do you need to do a babysitting swap one night a week with somebody else? Do you need to ask for help, right? Or do you need to wake up a little earlier? Do you need to work during your lunch break? However that's going to work for you and your life, you've got to carve out that time and protect it so that it actually happens, right? So decide how much time can you actually commit to work on this business. And then create your mission statement. And this is one of the most important things that I think you can do, because let's say you go to a local networking meeting and people say, hey, what is it that you do? You need to be able to answer that question, right? So you can say, hey, I'm a virtual assistant, or let's start out with your name. Hey, I'm Abby Ashley. I assist small business owners with general administration skills remotely so that they can focus on their business, right? That's a good mission statement. Hey, I'm Abby Ashley. I help online business owners with their Pinterest tasks so that they can grow more traffic to their site. These are the type of mission statements, and I want you to create your very own. And that is the essentials, which is exciting because then we get to move on to branding. And when you're starting to brand your business, this is the look and feel of what your business is going to be. And the cool thing is that there's no right or wrong answer to this. Your business is a unique reflection of you and your personality. So if you want it to be more streamlined and professional, make it streamlined and professional. If you want to make it just fun and quirky, make it fun and quirky, right? Because your clients want to get a taste of what they're going to be working with through your branding. And so that's what you want to do. So this is, that's what your brand personality is, hey, am I more fun and quirky? Am I more professional? How do I want to come off in my branding? Choose a name for your business, which some of us get really caught up on this. We want to think of something like so off the wall and crazy. I'm going to let you guys know I was able to have a 6-figure business, and my business name was Ashley Assistants. It was not fun. It was not creative in any way. And so if you're having trouble choosing a business name, guys, my biggest recommendation is just to set a deadline. Say, whatever I come up with by this Friday, that's going to be my business name, because you can always change it down the line too. That's why I tell people, don't go and order 5,000 business cards with your name on it, because you might change it next week. Order 100, right? That would be my recommendation. So your business name, you want to make sure that that's not already trademarked. You want to register your business name with your state, local government. You want to purchase that domain name, right? Don't go all in on a business name if you don't have the domain and if you haven't made sure that it's trademarked. And then go ahead and claim those socials, right? Even if you don't know if you'll ever have a Twitter, or you don't know if you'll ever have an Instagram, you can go ahead and claim those names. That way, if you ever do decide to do it, you decide to open up those platforms, they're already secure and somebody else hasn't taken them, right? So lastly is choosing your branding colors and the fonts that you'll use. And I think this is really fun. For some people, it just totally stresses them out. If you're one of the people that it totally stresses you out, I'm gonna give you a little insider secret. You can actually go to etsy.com, and you can type in a color that you like, navy blue logo or navy blue brand board. And there's people that actually just sell logos and brand boards for really inexpensive, and they're beautiful. So if this stresses people out, then that's what I recommend. I also really like getting inspiration from Pinterest. So you can go to Pinterest and in the same way, type in navy blue brand board. And please do not copy other people's logos and brand boards. But for me, going through there and getting some inspiration, be like, ooh, I like how she did this font. Ooh, I like this color. I like the look of this. Then that will give you a really good idea of, what type of branding you could have for your company as well. Okay, so we have what we're selling. We have our branding. The next part is to actually decide on your processes. So you need to know, once a client says, yes, I want to work with you, right? Then what happens? Go ahead and have those processes down. Know how you're going to track time. We recommend a tool called Toggle. In fact, I have an entire video on how to use Toggle, why I love Toggle. So you can check that out, decide on what invoicing software you're going to use, create a contract to be used with you and your client. We have a contract. I recommend, don't just download a random contract on the internet. Please, 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 please. So you might want to, check out our contract. It's our VA toolbox. I will link to it below. You want a contract that's going to protect you. Please don't work with a client without a contract. I literally have worked with my best friends and still had a contract in place, just because that's the right thing to do. It protects you, it protects them. A contract is a good thing. So please, please have one. Decide on the project management tools that you're going to work with. We love Trello. We love ClickUp, Asana. Honeybook, Dubsado. In fact, we've got an entire video on some of my favorite tools. You can check that out as well. There are so many tools that are there to assist you in your business, and a lot of them are free or free for like your first few clients. So check out the different tools. Those are some that I recommend because again, you want to already know how your systems are gonna run before you launch your business. I would recommend having an intake questionnaire for your clients. So just a way to get to know them. Once they say yes, create a portfolio of your previous work. I'm not gonna go into all the details of a portfolio. We have a video on that as well. We're getting a whole list of videos for you to check out after this one. So go ahead and create a portfolio. That's one of the things that I would really recommend. You're not even gonna have a website on this checklist because I don't think you have to have a website to get started. I think that a portfolio is a quick and easy way to display your services without having to build an entire website. So that's my recommendation. I also recommend having a welcome packet. And this is just, again, when a client says, yes, I want to hire you, what is it going to look like for the two of you guys to work together? You could do this in a PDF document. You could have a meeting where it's like, okay, here's how I'm going to track time. Here's when I'm going to send invoices. Here's how you can get a hold of me. Every Friday, send me what you want me to work on the following week. And I will send you a recap every Friday as well. So just kind of go ahead and plan how you're going to be working with the client. And you can have that in a welcome packet or in a welcome meeting and go ahead and have it planned out, right? Open a business bank account. Yes. I didn't get an EIN number on here, but you will likely need an EIN. You just Google it, EIN number, in order to set up a business bank account. But you will want to keep your personal and your business expenses separate. Okay, guys? Very, very, very important. And then develop a weekly plan for keeping track of your money. What's coming in, what's going out. Make sure you track all of your expenses because guess what? That's a tax write-off. Yay! Okay. Then we're gonna go into legalities. And yes, guys, I know that this is a lot, but think about this. You are choosing to change your future. You're setting up a business. So no, this isn't something that just happens really quickly. This is something that you are going to need to set up the systems. You're gonna have to set up some things, but this is one of the most low-cost businesses that you can set up. So it is so worth it. Even if you get stuck on a step, I guarantee push through, it is worth it. There's the EIN number in your legalities section. So you will need that likely to set up your business bank account. You also wanna set reminders in your calendar for when to pay your quarterly taxes, okay? Because yes, as an entrepreneur, you will need to, at least in your second year of business, pay quarterly taxes on all of your earnings. And then you should choose if you're gonna operate as a sole proprietor or an LLC. And there's a lot of different nuances to that. I could probably do a whole video on that. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video on whether you should be a sole proprietor or an LLC. But essentially an LLC is just gonna protect you more legally, and you have to decide if it is worth it to take the risk not to set up an LLC. It can cost, it costs no matter what, but in some states it costs more than others. So it's just one of those decisions you need to make. So this is what you need to do, right? Deciding on that business name, getting your domains, deciding on your starting hourly rate. And we've got this checklist that helps you guide you through every single step of the process, deciding on your services, deciding on your packages, knowing your ideal client market. And then guys, once you have this all together, it is time to start marketing. And this is the part that most of us get a little hung up on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invite you to my free training. It's thevirtualsavvy.com/BBO. That stands for Become Booked Out. And when you watch this training, you're gonna understand, oh, this is how I get clients. This is where I find people who actually want these services. And I guide you step by step on how to get clients for your new business. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited that you are going to take the leap. If you are ready, put ready in the comments. I can't wait to see you at that BBO training. Have a good one, guys. Did you check out the checklist? If so, check out this next video. I just said check 3 times.